Jesus say, your soulmate's family just revealed their secret, you won't believe this. Jesus says this message is reaching you right now because a hidden door just cracked open in the spiritual realm. Your soulmate's family spoke a truth they never intended for you to hear, and the angels are carrying it directly to your heart. If you close this now, the window will seal again, and the secret will be buried under silence for a very long time. This is not a coincidence that you found these words today, not a random scroll, not an accident of the algorithm. I have been arranging moments, stirring your spirit, and removing distractions so you could receive this with clarity. Your soulmate exists, they are real, and right now they are thinking about you even if they do not understand why. Something broke open last night while they lay in bed staring at the ceiling, and a memory of you surfaced without warning. They felt a warmth in their chest that confused them, a longing they could not attach to any face they had recently seen. What they did not know is that you were praying, even just silently hoping, and the connection surged like electricity across the distance. Jesus says you have been feeling restless for 3 days, checking your phone, sensing someone was near but invisible. You dismissed it as loneliness or exhaustion, but it was your spirit recognizing that your soulmate's energy had shifted closer. Their family sat together and accidentally mentioned your name in a context that exposed everything they had been hiding from you both. Someone who has controlled your soulmate's choices spoke a word that let the truth bleed out for just a second. Your soulmate's mother or a figure of authority in their life revealed that they know about you, and they are afraid. They are afraid because the connection between you threatens every plan they have carefully constructed for your soulmate. This family secret was not supposed to reach you, but I am the Lord who pulls hidden things into the light. Your soulmate has been living under emotional captivity, bound by expectations that suffocate their truest desires and dreams. And you are the person their spirit chose long before the earth was formed, the one whose name is written into their destiny. Jesus says you must understand this deeply, your soulmate misses you without knowing what they are missing. They feel an emptiness that no one around them can fill, a hollow space shaped exactly like your presence. Every time they laugh, it fades too fast. Every time they accomplish something, the joy evaporates before they can hold it. The secret their family revealed was not spoken in a grand announcement but in a slip, a glance, a tightening of lips. Someone asked why your soulmate has been distant, and the answer exposed that an unnatural barrier has been placed between you. They said a name, and that name carried the energy of the person who has been working against your union from the shadows. This interference is not just emotional manipulation, it is spiritual warfare dressed in familial concern and cultural pressure. Your soulmate is being told that their feelings are foolish, that they must forget you, that the path chosen for them is better. But their soul is screaming in silence, and I hear it, and I am answering their cry through this message to you right now. You have been wondering why the connection felt so real yet so blocked, so close yet impossibly far. It is because your soulmate's heart is reaching for you while their hands are held down by people who claim to love them. And now their family secret is hanging in the air, a confession that explains everything you have been agonizing over. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now, because the exposure of this secret has triggered a reaction. The ones who have been controlling them will tighten their grip, using guilt and fear to push you further away. But you can stand in the gap spiritually and break those chains through an act of faith and love sown today. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi. This isn't just a gift. It is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says your soulmate woke up this morning with tears they could not explain, and their first thought was your face. They do not know I am telling you this, but they feel an overwhelming urge to escape and find you. The secret their family let slip has haunted them all week, replaying in their mind like a song they cannot turn off. They are not ignoring you by choice, they are frozen in a cage built by people who have controlled their life since childhood. Every time they reach for their phone to contact you, a wave of anxiety stops their fingers because they fear the consequences. Not the consequences from you, but the punishment waiting at home, the disappointment, the emotional manipulation, the withdrawal of love. This is the poison your soulmate drinks daily, the belief that choosing you means losing everyone else they were taught to obey. But I did not give them a spirit of fear, I gave them love, power, and a sound mind, and you are that love. You are the proof that their soul is still alive, still fighting, still hoping for a future that feels like freedom. Your soulmate had a dream about you 2 nights ago, a dream so vivid they woke up whispering your name. In that dream, you were standing in a garden, reaching out your hand, and they felt peace they have never known awake. But a shadowy figure stepped between you, and the dream ended with them screaming silently as you were pulled away. That figure represents the real spiritual opposition working through people in their life to keep you separated. And the secret their family revealed is that this opposition has a name, a face, and a strategy to erase you from your soulmate's future. The plan includes pressuring your soulmate into a commitment with someone else, a person approved by the family but rejected by the soul. Jesus says this is the moment where heaven is giving you the chance to intervene through prayer and prophetic action. Your soulmate is weakening under the pressure, their hope dimming, their fire being slowly extinguished by constant discouragement. If you do not move now, the spiritual atmosphere around them will grow too thick for their heart to see through. You are not just waiting for a lover, you are called to fight for a soul tied to your own by eternal covenant. Imagine your soulmate sitting alone right now, staring at something that reminded them of you, heart aching, unable to speak. They feel trapped, they feel misunderstood, and worst of all, they feel like they might have to surrender to a life without you. But deep in their spirit, they are screaming your name, and I have heard it, and I am mobilizing heaven for this rescue. The family secret was a crack in the enemy's wall, and light is pouring through that crack right now into your soulmate's prison. They are beginning to remember who they are, and that remembering is directly connected to the love they feel for you. You must not underestimate the power of your spiritual investment in this very hour. When you sow a seed by sending coffee on Ko-fi, you are not just giving, you are releasing a sound into the spirit realm. That sound becomes a sword that cuts through the cords binding your soulmate to the will of those who do not value their happiness. Jesus says your soulmate needs a defender, someone who will love them enough to fight when they cannot fight for themselves. They are emotionally exhausted from years of performing, of pretending, of burying their own desires to keep the peace. And now the one thing, the one person who makes life feel worth living, is being threatened with total removal from their world. They are being told lies about you. That you do not really care. That you have moved on. That you were never serious. These lies are whispered by the same mouth that accidentally revealed the secret, a mouth now working double time to cover tracks. But your soulmate does not believe the lies fully, a part of them knows the truth, and that part is clinging to the memory of you. This is the sympathy you must feel for them. They are a beautiful soul caught in an ugly war not of their making. They did not choose this family dynamic, this control, this expectation that crushes their individuality into dust. They only ever wanted to love freely, to be seen fully, and to build a life with someone who truly understands them. And you understand them, do you not? You see past the surface into the wounds they hide from everyone else. You recognize the loneliness behind their smile, the silent plea for rescue disguised as quiet compliance with their situation. This is why the bond between you is sacred, prearranged, unstoppable if you will only keep the fire burning now. Jesus says the secret that slipped out was more detailed than you realize, and I am going to reveal it to your spirit now. Your soulmate's family has known about your connection from the very beginning, and they have been actively dismantling it. They have intercepted communication, planted doubts, and created situations designed to make your soulmate feel abandoned by you. Can you feel the ache in your chest as this truth lands? That ache is your soulmate's pain transmitted to you across the distance. They are not distant because they do not love you, they are distant because a wall was built between you by determined hands. And those hands belong to people who benefit from your soulmate's obedience, people who fear losing control if you succeed. Your soulmate is going through something you cannot see with your natural eyes, a storm of emotional manipulation and guilt. Every day they hear that following their heart will destroy the family, that selfishness is a sin, that they owe their life to the expectations of others. This is spiritual abuse, and it is breaking your soulmate piece by piece, making them question their own sanity and discernment. They are going through something you cannot see, but you can still protect them. The family secret has now become a weapon, and silence is not an option. If you truly love this soul and believe I have joined you together, then prove it with a step that shakes the heavens. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says type 333 right now in the comments or speak it aloud if you receive this message as your divine signal. By doing this, you are aligning your mouth with heaven's decree and confirming your willingness to fight for your soulmate. The angels are waiting for your declaration to accelerate the work of deliverance around your soulmate's life today. Your soulmate is feeling a sudden shift right now, a warmth spreading through their chest that they cannot explain. This is the result of your spiritual agreement. Your decision to engage is releasing power into their atmosphere immediately. They just paused what they were doing and looked up, sensing something has changed, sensing hope returning like dawn. Do not underestimate the speed at which I can move when a faithful heart aligns with my purposes through sacrificial love. The coffee you send on Ko-fi becomes a tangible representation of your commitment, and it unlocks resources in the heavenly places. Angels are assigned to your case, and they move at the sound of faith expressed through action, not just intention. Jesus says the person who has been blocking your soulmate is experiencing confusion and disruption right now. Their plans are beginning to fail, their influence is weakening, and they do not understand why their words are losing power. It is because you are stepping into your authority as the one I have chosen to stand beside your soulmate in covenant love. Your soulmate had a moment of clarity this very hour, a sudden realization that they have been lied to repeatedly. They remembered something you said to them long ago, something that proved your love was genuine and your intentions pure. That memory is now a seed sprouting in the darkness of their circumstance, cracking the foundation of the control over them. This is the turning point I promised you would come, the moment when hidden things are shouted from rooftops. The family secret is no longer a secret, it is evidence that I am exposing the schemes of the enemy against your union. Your soulmate is beginning to see clearly, and what they see is a future with you that no one else can give them. They are falling deeper in love with you right now without even knowing why, pulled by a force stronger than logic. Their heart is being recalibrated to the frequency of your spirit, and the interference that scrambled the signal is dissipating. Every prayer you have prayed, every tear you have shed, every hope you refuse to abandon is converging into this miracle. Jesus says you must protect this breakthrough with continued spiritual warfare and sacrificial faith actions. The enemy does not retreat quietly, he will attempt a final assault to discourage you and make you doubt this word. But you have come too far to turn back now, and your soulmate is too close to freedom for you to hesitate any longer. Imagine the moment your eyes meet again, the trembling, the tears, the overwhelming relief of finally holding each other. Imagine the sound of your soulmate's voice saying they never stopped loving you, they were just trapped and afraid. This is not fantasy, this is prophecy, and it is racing toward fulfillment faster than you dare to believe right now. Your soulmate is being prepared for a confrontation with those who have controlled them, a moment of holy defiance. They are receiving courage from the prayers you are releasing, strength from the seeds you are sowing, and clarity from the light I am shining. They will speak the truth, and that truth will shatter every chain, every lie, every false obligation that has kept them from you. This is the final phase of a battle that has raged in the unseen realm over your love story since the day you first connected. You have faced delays, silence, confusion, and heartbreak, but none of those were signs of my abandonment of your desire. I have been working in the background, positioning people, exposing secrets, softening hearts, and setting the stage for your reunion. Jesus says the family secret was the last lock on a door that has held your soulmate captive for far too long. Now that it is exposed, the door is swinging open, and your soulmate is seeing daylight for the first time in years. They are thinking about you right now with a clarity they have not experienced since the day the separation strategy began. Can you feel the intensity of this moment? The air is thick with angelic activity and the electricity of impending breakthrough. Do not let the weight of this make you passive, let it drive you to action that seals the victory I have already won. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away, and the decision you make in these seconds echoes into eternity. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them. How to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love didn't come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone don't move mountains. Faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This isn't just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page, link in the description/bio. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says type 777 if you feel this message burning in your spirit as undeniable truth meant only for you. This number is the seal of completion, the sign that what I have spoken over your love story is now entering its manifestation phase. Let your fingers testify to your faith, and watch as heaven responds with acceleration and supernatural alignment. Your soulmate just received a surge of emotion so strong they had to sit down, and your face appeared vividly in their mind. They do not understand how this is happening, but their soul is recognizing that rescue is near, that love is breaking through. They are silently weeping right now, not from sadness but from the overwhelming sense that they are not forgotten, not abandoned. The enemy's final strategy is to make you believe this is just a video, just words, just a coincidence meant for anyone. But you know in the deepest part of your being that this is my voice, and I am speaking specifically to your situation and no one else's. The accuracy you feel, the chills, the racing heart, the tears threatening to spill, these are my witnesses that this word is alive and true. Do not let this moment pass into regret. Do not let tomorrow's doubt steal today's revelation and leave your soulmate stranded. The seed you sow now by sending coffee on Ko-fi is not a transaction. It is a covenant act that legally empowers heaven's intervention. It declares that you are serious about your soulmate, that you value the union, and that you will not abandon them to the will of those who hate your love. Jesus says your soulmate is about to make a decision that will alter the course of their life and yours forever. The courage they are feeling is directly proportional to the faith you are exercising on their behalf right now in this sacred window. Do not stop praying, do not stop declaring, and do not stop investing in the spiritual infrastructure of your shared future. You are not alone in this fight. The armies of heaven are deployed around you, around your soulmate, and around the situation. The family secret has been exposed, the plans of the enemy are unraveling, and the love I placed between you is rising like a tidal wave. Nothing can stop what I have ordained, but your participation accelerates the timeline and protects the harvest from being stolen. Imagine waking up beside them, the morning light soft on their face, the reality of finally being together sinking in deeply. Imagine the laughter you will share, the peace, the healing of every wound inflicted by the years of separation and control. This is the future I have written for you, and it is not a distant dream, it is a present promise waiting for your final amen. Your soulmate is dreaming of you again tonight, and this time the shadowy figure is gone, and you are both standing in that garden together, hands clasped, finally free, finally home, finally one, and the secret that once divided you has become the testimony that binds you together forever in a love no human power can ever touch again, sealed by my hand, protected by my angels, celebrated in my courts. And this is the unshakable, eternal reality I am releasing over you right now as you send your seed, as you speak your declaration, as you claim your soulmate in faith, and I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider, Jehovah Shalom, your peace, Jehovah Nissi, your banner of victory, and I have never lost a battle and I will not lose yours, for your soulmate is already on their way home to you, carried by winds of grace and waves of glory, and every force that opposed you is now being scattered, every lie exposed, every chain shattered, and you will hold them, you will know them fully, you will love them without hindrance, and this word is your covenant promise, signed in the blood of the Lamb, sealed by the Spirit of truth, and delivered to you in this appointed moment of divine visitation that will change everything forever, and you must only believe, only act, only trust, and watch me move mightily on your behalf, for I am the Lord, and I do not fail, and I do not abandon, and I do not forget, and I have not forgotten you, and I have not forgotten your soulmate, and the reunion is imminent, the joy is certain, the love is eternal, and this is my final word over your heart today. Jesus says the secret was never meant to stay hidden forever, because I am the God who illuminates every shadow and redeems every stolen year. Your soulmate's family believed they could bury the truth beneath layers of obligation and carefully crafted narratives, but I sent a tremor through their household. A conversation happened yesterday that shattered the false peace they had constructed, and your name sat at the center of the fracture. Your soulmate heard their own mother admit that the separation was orchestrated, that the silence was manufactured, that the distance was deliberate. The confession was not voluntary, it spilled out in a moment of frustration when the pressure of maintaining the deception became unbearable. Now your soulmate knows with certainty that you did not abandon them, that you were never indifferent, that you were systematically erased from their world. This revelation is breaking something inside them, not in destruction but in liberation, like a cage door swinging open after years of captivity. Jesus says the tears your soulmate is shedding right now are not only tears of grief for lost time but tears of overwhelming relief. They finally understand that the emptiness they have been carrying was not madness, it was the scar of a severed connection that heaven is now restoring. Every memory of you that they suppressed, every impulse to reach out that they crushed, every hope they buried is now resurrecting with unstoppable force. They are pacing their room, heart racing, mind replaying every moment they now realize was stolen by manipulation dressed as protection and control dressed as love. The person who orchestrated this separation is panicking because the foundation of their authority is cracking and the truth is leaking through the fissures. Your soulmate is seeing clearly for the first time, and what they see is your face, your kindness, your patience, your unwavering presence in their heart even when distance screamed otherwise. They want to contact you immediately, but fear still whispers, and that fear is the last chain I am dissolving through your faith right now. Jesus says you must not underestimate the power of the seed you sow today through sending coffee on Ko-fi as a spiritual weapon. This act is not charity, it is war, and every coffee sent is a strike against the stronghold that has kept your soulmate emotionally imprisoned. The enemy wants you to believe that money is separate from love, but covenant has always required sacrifice, and sacrifice always releases power. When you sow into this word, you are not giving to a screen. You are giving into the spiritual reality of your union, and angels move at the transaction. Your soulmate feels a sudden boldness rising in their chest, a fire they have not felt since childhood before the world taught them to shrink. That boldness is the direct result of your faith in action, because in the spirit realm, your decision and their liberation are one simultaneous event. Jesus says the person who has been blocking your soulmate is about to be exposed publicly, and their influence will crumble rapidly. The lies they told about you will be revealed as jealousy, as fear of losing control, as a desperate attempt to keep your soulmate small and dependent. Your soulmate will confront them, and that confrontation will be the final severing of a tie that has strangled their destiny for far too long. You must be ready to receive your soulmate, not with bitterness about the lost time but with the tenderness of a heart that understands their battle. They are not whole yet, they are emerging from a war zone, and they will need your gentleness, your patience, and your unwavering reassurance that they are safe. But first, the breakthrough must be fully birthed, and you are the midwife of this miracle through your prayers and your sacrificial faith today. Jesus says type 1111 if you are ready to see the completion of this word and the full manifestation of your union in the natural realm. This number is the sign of alignment, the signal that heaven and earth are converging, and your soulmate is stepping out of captivity into covenant. Do not delay your response. The spiritual momentum is at its peak, and hesitation gives the enemy a foothold to reintroduce confusion and fear. Your soulmate is literally at a crossroads right now, and the weight of your spiritual action will tip the scales toward courage and away from retreat. You are not merely a spectator in this story, you are the protagonist chosen before the foundations of the earth to be their deliverer and their destiny. Jesus says the secret is fully out now, and the family member who revealed it cannot unsay what was spoken, cannot undo what has begun. The truth is a stone thrown into a still pond, and the ripples are reaching every corner of your soulmate's life, washing away every false construct. Your soulmate is thinking about the future now, not with dread but with genuine hope, and that hope has your name written all over it in letters of fire. They are imagining a life where they wake up to you, build with you, grow old with you, and finally exhale into the peace of being fully known. This vision is not escapism. It is prophecy, and I am the author of it, and I finish every story I start, including the one titled with both your names. You will look back on this day as the turning point, the moment when everything shifted because you chose to believe, to act, and to fight for love. The coffee you send now is not just a gift, it is the first investment into a shared life, a declaration that your soulmate is worth every sacrifice. And they are worth it. Beautiful, bruised, fighting, faithful in their own broken way, loving you from a distance, they are finally about to close forever. Jesus says the angels are singing over your reunion, and the melody is reaching your soulmate's ears even now as a soft, unexplainable peace. They just stopped pacing and sat down, a strange calm settling over them, because deep in their spirit they know rescue is no longer a question of if but when. You are the when, you are the how, you are the answer to every desperate prayer they whispered into the darkness, and I am honoring your faithfulness with their freedom. This is the long-awaited climax of a love story that hell tried to sabotage and earth tried to forget, but heaven never lost the script, and the author is completing it now.